Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. So today, another paper squishy for paper squishy week. I have made this little cat squishy. So it's nice and chunky, do you see? Kind of like kitten, but it's also got this little movable tail. I really like that. So yeah, not only is it a paper squishy, also with a tail. Look how cute it is. I never ever do cat things. I'm not really a cat person. I don't think I can draw cats very well either. But I have had a ton of messages come through recently, as well as some requests and stuff to do cat clothing. But for now I thought I'd do a cat paper squishy because I've just never done one before. So here it is. Here's what it's turned out like. I think it might look like a little bit like a red fox, but I was going for a gingery cat vibe. Anyway, yeah, paper squishy week, it's still going. So if you haven't already, please do subscribe or follow along for the series. I'm posting long form content like this one to show you actually how to make the pieces, as well as shorts as well. So if you haven't checked them out, then definitely do that as well. So yeah, I'm just going to get stuck straight onto the tutorial of me making this little cat squishy. So to start off with, I just drew around the outline of the cat. I actually sketched this out on a piece of paper beforehand, put that underneath the one that I was sketching on to kind of trace over those exact lines so I could get it the exact shape that I wanted it. So once I had the outlines done, I was then able to start obviously doing all the details. So I actually started with the little kind of paws and the little toe beans. Oh my goodness, it's so cute. I did those in a light pink Sharpie pen. I do have some pastel coloured pens on the way, so I'm excited to get stuck into those. But for now I just used my Sharpie. It worked out well, and I got like a pastel set of those, and they aren't that bad, you know. I quite like them. They go on nicely. They don't like bundle up and like go all streaky and stuff. So for now my Sharpies are doing me well. So after I did all the toe beans, the little paws, I then moved on to popping on a little nose as well as the inside of the ears. Just any details that I didn't want obviously in this ginger colour or white. With my outline coloured pen going in again, I then just started drawing on the details. So I did like a gingery kind of like top half of the head. I thought that would be cute. I coloured in all around the nose, all around the insides of the ears and that sort of stuff. The pen that I'm actually using for this, by the way, this one here, like that brownie coloured one, is the Winsor & Newton Pro Marker in the colour Cocoa, which is number 0535, just in case you're wondering. Really nice warm kind of brown shade. You're able to build it up as well, like go around the outlines again and make that all in one kind of pen. Like the details of these pens are so nice. I've only had them for a few days and I've already got more on the way, so I'm excited for those to arrive, and I will be sharing those with you once they obviously come. As you can see here, like the pens are like buildable as well, so you can do like different shades with the same pen. So I am loving these. What a treat. I did add on like little stripes either side of the head, and I did leave a circle in the center of the belly as well because I thought I wanted something a bit different on that. Anyway, once I had done that, I folded over my paper and just so that I had a fresh piece. Basically I cut it out to the shape, and then for the back piece I just put on the details for those. So I used the broad tip on the pen just to colour in the base colour, and then added on some extra details like stripes and stuff like that with the kind of like little mini brush head tip. I did want those stripes to meet up on the back of the head as they did on the front, and I put an extra couple of stripes just on the back just to add some extra detail on there, some extra kind of pizzazz. To add the eyes on, I used a Posca paint pen. I then decided this looked a bit too normal, so I ended up adding some white around the eyes as well as some white to like the highlight of the nose. I thought that made it stand out nice, and yeah, very cute. On another piece of paper folded over in half again, I just drew out a rough kind of tail shape, coloured that in, added a couple of stripes to that, cut that out so I had a front and a back, and coloured in the back piece as well. Once they were dried and cut out, everything like that, I then actually covered them in tape, or covered the front part in tape to begin with, and took a Cricut weeding tool and just poked that through to make a hole. You can use a hole punch if you want, but I just used that, and I did it after I taped it just so that it wouldn't rip too much. So I had a little hole, and then I put a piece of string and posted that through it and tied a knot on the inside, and then it pulled it tight so that the kind of knot was like just up against that hole on the inside of the tail. And then with the tape, as you can see, it's still wrapped around, like the knot is actually on the inside. Okay, so when I put the front part of the tail on,
with the tape, the knot was on the inside of the tail. Hopefully that makes sense. Like I've sandwiched that knot in between the two pieces. So yeah, I taped around, just cutting my tape along and around to make little tabs. I folded that over just to secure that all together, and I did actually stuff this with some polyfill stuffing to make it a bit squishier, a bit fatter. And yeah, I made sure to like line up all the tail pieces, tape around, stuffed it, taped it around again to keep all of that stuffing into place, as you can see. So then you'll be left with a tail just on a string. To attach that to the actual squishy, I took the back piece, again I put on tape before poking a little hole in, a bit slippery as you can see, but it doesn't rip as much as it would if it didn't have the tape on already. I then took the end of the string and just pulled that through so that the tail kind of attached nice and securely, and then I just tied a knot on the inside of like the cat's body with the string just to secure that down into place, cut off any excess, and I just taped that down into place to make sure that it wasn't going to slip out. And then I just went to town, just kind of taping and securing up the two cat body pieces. So I took the front part over to that back part, which is now attached with the tail, and just started adding tape, cutting it down into tabs and wrapping it around, just around the whole squishy to secure it down into place. Once I had wrapped it pretty much all the way around apart from the head, honestly the legs down the bottom were the trickiest part, but we got there in the end. And yeah, once I had done it to the head, I then just like stuffed the shape. I made sure to get all the way down into those bottom like little feet and the bottom legs, and I just made sure to overstuff this really so that it was nice and chunky and airy and it squished nice, so I was happy with that. And then once I'd done that, I just taped it up and carried on taping, cutting, taping, cutting, taping until the whole thing was fully secure, and yeah, the squishy was basically ready to go. That's basically how I did it. I feel like I talked for absolute ever then, and I just did that in one fell swoop, so I'm happy with myself. But yeah, there it is, look. That's the last bit of taping that I did around those ears.
So that is the end of the tutorial. I hope you have enjoyed it. Here's how the cat has turned out. Here's the tail look all attached. This is also like a squishy in itself, because obviously we did put a little bit of filling in there as well. Do you see? A little bit kind of plump, but yeah, look at that. It's so cute. It just moves around on the front as well. Looks so cute from the front. I just love it. So there we go. It's nice and squishy because it is quite a wide one, but packed it quite tightly so that it would be nice and squishy. But there we go. Hopefully you have enjoyed today's video. I will leave the shorts that I've created for this at the end of the video, so you can check those out if you haven't already, or you can just visit my shorts tab and see all the other designs that I've been posting recently. I'm pretty much posting every single day throughout January, so if you want to see more paper squishies and also a ton of other crafts like clay crafts and other cute things, then definitely make sure to subscribe. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'll see you very soon for another video. Bye.